So before I made this course, I actually talked to a lot of people and I put up a survey on what is most needed, what they were most mystified by in the kitchen. And a lot of people said, I'm just confused once you get in there, or I'm intimidated about cooking a big meal, how to stay in control. How do you do that? How do you host Christmas for 25 people and you stay in control? And I'm not sure if this is something that chefs think about because it comes so naturally to us. So this course, this part of the chapter is going to be everything that you need to do before you start cooking to have the best experience ever. Now, the very first thing that I do, whether it's a cook date, which is what I call it when I go to a person's home and I'm a private chef and I cook all of their meals, or a nice dinner party at my house, I do the same things and I'm going to teach you what those are. So the first thing we're going to do is collect all of our recipes. I've got my cookbook here. That's literally me. Hello, Sarah. And I'm going to look at all of the recipes. What am I looking for? Well, I want to go through the entire recipe and read it from beginning to end so I basically know what my journey is going to look like. I've already probably collected all of my ingredients, but I'm going to go and I'm going to look at those ingredients in the refrigerator and I'm going to make sure I'm not missing anything because I have a last minute chance to call my husband and say, hey, can you pick up this on the way home? Or, oh my God, I swore I had butter and now I don't. So I can quickly run up to the store and get that. I line all of my ingredients up and I pretend like I am going to war. I've got all my recipes. I read what needs to be done in order first and what I can do ahead of time. Now I want to prep my kitchen. So I'm going to go around, I'm going to empty the dishwasher, I'm going to empty the trash. I want to start fresh. I want my battleship to be sparkling and ready to go. I know I'm going to destroy it, but the point is that I don't want to be distracted by clutter or encounter an obstacle in something that is already difficult. I'm gonna pull out all of the utensils and tools that I need. I don't keep everything in my kitchen, it's too small. I actually keep my roasting pans and some other things on a big shelf in our garage. So I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna grab the roasting pans if it's Christmas, and I'm gonna be roasting a big prime rib. I'm also gonna scrub that pot and pan, get everything ready, have access to my ingredients, preheat ovens, have a completely sparkling clean kitchen, and then I'm going to do something that they teach you in culinary school, but they don't teach you at home. I'm going to make my prep list. So our prep list is super simple. It's going to be the recipes, but it's going to be breaking them down into manageable steps. That is so helpful because if someone comes in, they're like, hey, can I help you? You can assign them something. Maybe something you don't want to do. Maybe something that's just easy. If it's a kid, hey, peel potatoes. If it's your husband, hey, peel shrimp. You know, whatever it is that takes some of the pressure off of you, you can go ahead and do that. You can also know that, hey, I can do that cranberry sauce the day ahead. I can make my iced tea that morning, leave it in the refrigerator, and by the time everyone gets here at 6 o'clock, it's gonna be iced. It's gonna be cold and ready to go. So let's pretend like we are making prime rib and mashed potatoes, and let's make our prep list. So it's going to go something like this. It's going to be defrost all the meats. Make sure those are at room temperature because most meat, you at least don't need it to be cold. You want to start bringing it down in temperature to what it needs to hit in the oven or the barbecue. So we're going to pull all of our ingredients. Now I need someone to peel potatoes. I need to boil potatoes. Okay? Now I need to have my butter and cream melted. Whatever you put in your potatoes, you get what I'm saying. You need to mash the potatoes. Okay, and pretty much that would be all that we needed for our potatoes. So let's look at our prime rib, okay? We are going to defrost the meat. So I'm gonna put that right here. Defrost the meat. That's gonna go along with pulling out all of our ingredients, getting our battleship ready to go, okay? And then I'm going to season the meat. And I'm going to cook at, let's say 350 for however many hours, for 4 hours, let's say, okay? Then I'm gonna do the math. What time do I want what time do I wanna eat? Everyone's gonna be here at 6 o'clock. I want the meat to be pulled at 5:15 so that it has time to rest, which is about 20 to 30 minutes for a big old roast. And then I need to slice it. So I wanna do the math ahead of time to know what time that it needs to go in the oven and what time I need to be relaxing it, letting it rest, and what time I need to be slicing that. And I'm gonna write it down. So let's say I'm going to start prime rib at, what time would that be? Like around 1:30 p.m. Pull at, let's say 5:15, rest and carve, okay? And the only other thing that I have to do is know what time I want to serve. So I'm gonna put my serve time at 6. So this is what we do in catering. There may be a lot of more things on the list because obviously we're professionals. We're making, 20 side dishes or whatever you hire us to do. But I guarantee that you'll walk in any kitchen and you'll see a prep list just like this up on the wall. It's usually hanging. And as people get done doing the things on the list, they come up and they scratch it off. So maybe somebody's already peeled those potatoes and they're sitting in a bowl somewhere peeled, ready to go. Someone else can step in and boil the potatoes. So you can see how in those moments where you get intimidated or frustrated or flustered, especially if you're not confident in the kitchen yet, at least this keeps you, it's a map. At least it keeps you tethered to something that lets you know, well, this hasn't been done yet, and this is how I'm gonna move forward. It's going to minimize the chaos and give you a roadmap knowing when you need to have everything done. So this is just a rudimentary version of what you can do with any meal, especially those big meals like Thanksgiving, Christmas. I know it's just very intimidating the first time a couple takes that on. This is one way that you can communicate more effectively and you can give yourself the confidence that you might not have if you just walk into the kitchen and start doing things without a plan.